Whatever you do to get the results you want has to be the thing that you're willing to do for as long as you want to keep those results. Because as soon as you stop doing the thing, things go right back to the way they were. Do you struggle to stay consistent with healthy eating and just want food decisions to be easy, guilt-free, and sustainable? You're in the right place. Hi, I'm Chelsea, nutritionist and fitness coach who overcame restrictive yo-yo dieting and body image insecurities using simple nutrition tools, all backed by biblical principles. And now I help women like you find that same freedom with food so you can feel confident in the look and health of your body for decades to come. I'm ready to dive in with you. So grab that cute notebook you've been hanging on to and let's go. I met you as Miss Iowa and have loved your message ever since. Your social media posts are great, your emails are super helpful. I really enjoyed your book, and now I can't wait to listen to your podcast. I think I'm a super fan. Jenny, you are the sweetest. I am so grateful for this review and the ability to serve you over the years. So let's get to it. Welcome to the show. All right, my friend, if you struggle with consistency when it comes to healthy eating, this episode is for you. I've narrowed down the top 3 keys to consistency with food so you can stick to it for the long term. Because I think you and I can agree that if it's not sustainable, what's the point, right? I remember when I did a 30-day challenge in my early 20s, I think it was. I just wanted to lose the extra fluff and really see some muscle definition. So I started this challenge and golly, the requirements were insane. I remember I had to take supplement pills 3 times a day, drink their proprietary protein 2 times a day. I could only have carbs 3 days out of the week, and they were very specific on what carbs I could and couldn't eat. I had to weigh and measure every bite. I mean, dude, there was no way I was going to do this past the 30 days. It was a minor miracle. I made it the full 30 days of the challenge. And I really think that's only because I'm a very challenge-oriented person, pretty much to a fault. But here's the thing that I really learned through that experience. Whatever you do to get the results you want has to be the thing that you're willing to do for as long as you want to keep those results. Because as soon as you stop doing the thing, things go right back to the way they were. In both my personal life and as a nutritionist, nutrition coach, I've found this is the biggest thing we struggle with. Having the plan and routine that we can maintain even when life throws us a curveball, even when we're feeling lazy and unmotivated. And so I've narrowed it down to the top 3 keys we need to have in order to make our nutrition sustainable. I'm just going to list them all out and then we'll dive into each one specifically. So, number 1, keep temptations out of your environment. Number 2, outsource the stuff you can't tolerate. And number 3, assign or hire support and an accountability partner. Starting with number 1, keep temptations out of your environment. This is major. Let me ask you a question. Can you think of a time when you came home from a rough day at work, or you got some bad news, stressed about a family issue, and wound up on the couch doom scrolling while downing an entire bag of chips, or ice cream container, or insert kryptonite food of choice? I definitely can think of several times when I have found myself in this position. Here's the thing. If it is accessible, that food, at some point, either you or someone you love will eventually eat it. So we need to keep it inaccessible. We humans, we are creatures who like the path of least resistance. So by adding resistance to our guilty pleasure foods, we're far less likely to eat them. Now, that doesn't mean we can never have them, but if they are greater than a kitchen's length away, more than likely we will save it for another time. And this goes for every environment you spend considerable time in. Home, yes. The classroom, the office. Don't keep a stash of any kind around. And if someone else who shares your environment keeps their own stash that happens to be your temptation food, then keep your own food stash of real food to replace those impulse grabs. I actually have a client who keeps a bag of sugar-free, like all-natural herb-filled throat lozenges in her work locker for any time a sweet treat is brought into the break room. It works like a charm, and it keeps her out of the cupcakes that she really doesn't even want. They're just tempting because everyone else is having them, and we have this kind of weird FOMO when treats like that come into the office. So number 1, keep temptations out of your environment. Number 2, outsource the stuff you can't tolerate. Now, I'll be honest here, this one was a hard concept for me to accept at first, especially as a hardcore penny pincher my entire life. But here's the thing. If there is a clog in the machine that makes eating healthy consistently a reality in your life, then everything downstream of that clog doesn't happen. So if the best way to fix that clog is by delegating that task to someone else, it is well worth the little extra money spent. I want to give you some examples of this to really paint the picture. This could look like ordering groceries online so that you don't have to spend an hour at the grocery store fighting parking, waiting in line, getting annoyed by people, all of that jazz. And depending on where you live, you can actually oftentimes have them delivered to your doorstep. And I found this also helps eliminate impulse purchases, so you can actually end up saving money in the long run. Another example of this could be ordering a meal prep service for the dinners that you don't feel like cooking at the end of a long workday. Find a reputable meal prep service who is health conscious, they use solid ingredients. Yes, you might be paying a couple extra dollars per meal because you're not only paying for the food, but you're also paying for the labor. But heck, if that couple extra dollars means you're not eating popcorn for dinner, that is money well spent. And maybe you don't mind cooking, but you hate all of the preparation that it takes. Washing and cutting vegetables, all of that. Buy pre-cut vegetables, pre-cooked chicken sausages, a salad in a bag. All of that stuff just needs to be assembled. I hope you're catching my drift here. The ideas are endless when it comes to solving the problem of the thing that's stopping you from being consistent with your healthy eating. So number 2, outsource the stuff you can't tolerate. Which brings me to number 3, get a support system established. Having accountability both at home and at work can make a world of difference. And I'll tell you what, I can guarantee there's at least one friend in your life who also wants to be healthier and could use some help doing it. Genesis chapter 1 verse 18 says, "Then the Lord God said, 'It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper who is just right for him.'" Sis, we are not meant to do life alone. I am all about the strong, independent woman, okay? But if you feel like you have to do something solo, that's because the enemy wants us to believe it. When we are isolated, that's when he has us right where he wants us. So get someone on board with you. This could be your spouse, your kids. Yes, even your kids can help you with this. Your work bestie. They're all great resources. I will tell you though, in my experience, those are all great secondary support systems. The best accountability partner is someone you hire. And I'm not just saying that as a shameless plug for my nutrition coaching services, which is totally an option. And if you want to have that conversation, send me an email, chelsea@coachrain.com. I would love to chat with you more. But because when you put some financial skin in the game and connect with someone who is invested in your success, has the knowledge to help you get there, yet isn't emotionally attached to you as a family member or super close friend, there's a different level of responsibility you feel. I have coached enough people and been coached by enough coaches to know this to be 100% true. So number 3, get a support system established. All right, let's recap. The 3 keys to staying consistent with healthy eating are, number 1, remove temptations from your environment, all of your environments. Number 2, outsource what you cannot tolerate. Fix the clog in the machine. And number 3, get accountability. Bring someone into your corner who's going to walk the journey with you, who's going to be there when you don't want to keep going, who's going to be there when the detour looks a lot more appealing than the path to success. And when you put all three of these keys together, that's when the magic happens. And before you know it, you're 4 years down the road and looking better than you did in your early 20s, feeling stronger than ever, and you actually have a reputation of being the healthy girl because it's just a part of you. And that is it for today's episode. Make sure you stay tuned in for the next episode. I'm covering a topic I've never publicly spoken about before. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm also super excited. You don't want to miss it. I pray this episode was helpful to you, my friend. If so, could you do me a massive favor and take 30 seconds to write a review? This is the best way to bless me big and help more people learn just how simple eating healthy consistently can be. And if you want more value-packed info from me, head to coachrain.com and sign up for the Weekly Harvest, my weekly emails filled with recipes, how to use food as medicine, biblical nutrition, and more. That's coachreign.com for the Weekly Harvest. Blessings until next time, sis. Toodles.